Okay, Uncle Will. Listen, I got a bone to pick with you, bud. You are not a man. Not a man. I have heard you bitch many times about how people talk shit about you and block you. I'd like to go through and say, hey, what's going on, bud? Let's just scrolling through the old YouTuber and well, lo and behold, I see my beautiful face and I'm like, what's that about? And well, hey, Uncle Will, what what's up with the children, bud? There you go, taking another short clippy. Hey, Uncle Will, I don't get it, but like you should have let it roll a little bit. Let my words hang me, bud. Like you know what I mean. You're plain stupid, bud. You know you're not a man. You know the children are in trouble and you should step up, but yet you just want to be a buffoon and think so little of me, and that's okay, bud, because I'm really not thinking very highly of you. Any man that would make a video about you, let alone not tag me and let me know you put that out there. And then you go ahead and block me. Like, what are you afraid of? If I'm such a retard and such a crazy person, wouldn't I only expose myself in your chats and your comments? There must be something you're worried about, Uncle Will. Like, what's wrong with you? You can't even be a man and back your own mouth up, bud. You walk around blocking people. No, I get to shoot my mouth off, but let's take a look at the good one here. I'm going to tell you the story behind it, Uncle Will. Handsome fella. He looks pissed. But I do ask for loyalty. If you tell me I can tell you something, you're not going to repeat it, and then somebody else comes and asks me about it. Well, you failed, though. And I can't mess with people like that. Failed yourself, Uncle Will. Sink ships. Yeah, it's just a bad look for you, buddy. You lose because let me tell you. You're not in any position to tell people how to you're giving up your soul on stupidity, and I don't really quite understand it there, Uncle Will. But when I initially seen that, I was like, I wonder if that has to do with Gotcha Man's video where he lets the cat out of the bag that him and some creek squatters have conversations, and they're not really down with Upchurch the way their public persona might say they do. You know what I mean? They're scared that if they say something about Upchurch, they'll probably lose their whole relationship, their family they've built with Creek Squad. And because they don't agree with the leaders, they're not going to come out publicly and say what they actually think rather than letting Upchurch just clearly know that they don't agree with some of the shit that he does. But hey, when you hit a narcissist like that, sometimes it hits them pretty hard and they will sick the whole crew after, you know what I mean? Upchurch has been known to say, Creek Squad. Fetch. Anyways, Uncle Well, turns out I thought when I initially heard that it was about the Gotcha Man because he let it out that, that's kind of the same thing you're talking about. I don't know if it's him or not because he wrote in the comments about yeah, that person, whoever it is, they get what they asked for, Uncle Will, and you loved it. And but didn't he kind of do the same thing? Wouldn't that be kind of the same? I guess he didn't say names though, Uncle Will. But here's the thing, man. If you're going to be a man of God, you don't really worry about what you say because, well, you just say it to anybody. If not, maybe it's not worth saying, you know what I mean? If you want to keep part of your life secret like that, you can't be with God, bud. You gotta be an open book. You want your name signed in that book, don't you, Uncle Will? I don't think you do, bud, because I don't think you know you need to help yourself and the children. And you're not willing to do either one of them, but you want to put someone down that does want to help the children and does want to help himself. I don't want to live in this fucking fear-based bullshit world you got me living in. Well, you and your fairy little friends who can't stand up and be men and prefer to be cowards make my life a living hell. So I'll keep fighting, Uncle Al. But anyways, be an open book. If you're willing to say it to somebody and they're not listening, you can say it to somebody else, but don't say, hey, don't tell anybody. But then again, there are dickheads. Maybe you're talking about a surprise party and somebody let out the surprise. That's kind of dickish, you know what I mean? It's but then again, hey Uncle Will, I love you. Jesus loves you. And maybe there's still time for you to change, but maybe you can get your shit together and become a man. First of all, maybe you should start unblocking people, you know what I mean? Never did that to you. You've always been welcome into my comments anytime you want. And quite frankly, I do try and tag you if I'm going to talk about you because that's what a man does. You know what I mean? But then you're going to say you talk about no, hey, you know what I mean? I try and talk to my family about my problems first. I don't like coming out to the internet and saying, hey, I think they're really shitty people. Can you guys help me out? I don't understand this. Is it me or is it them? Or I swear to you, I won't lie. You know what I mean, Uncle Well? But hey, I am the chosen one. Not your chosen one, sweetheart. You are. You gotta follow yourself. And unfortunately for you, bud, you don't have the eyes to see, the heart to feel, or the brain to think. So I'm wishing you the best, bud. Let's get with it. Choose truth. Choose truth. Choose truth. You can do it, Uncle Will. Come to the Father, brother.